Hello everyone! Hello, hello! Oh my god, it's already 10 o'clock. I'm so sorry. I'm trying guys, I'm trying. Sorry, a lot of things happened today. It was crazy what happened. So I hung out with my father early in the morning, and then he told me like, oh hey, we got the ping pong table and some friends coming over. You should come over. I'm like, yeah, I can definitely try. But then I told him, oh, you know what? I'll be coming around next week because this week because I have a whole bunch of time off. And he's like, okay, cool. We'll see you then. I'm like, sweet, awesome. So I thought, okay, you know what? That means I have some time. So I'll do a little stream on Twitch, some Genshin because that Genshin event is still going on. And then I'll take a break and I'll jump on to YouTube and do that. But then, of course, I got a call near the end of my my Twitch stream, and he was like, "Oh, you're still coming over, right?" I'm like, "Okay, I'll come over," even though it was already super late. So I came over, hung out with them. It was a great time. Love it. I always love hanging out with my family. But then, of course, it went on too long, and now I'm here doing a 10 o'clock stream for you guys because I still promised I was going to do this. I don't know if I'll get a lot of people to jump in on the stream because it is very late and I usually don't do the streams this late. Or at least I do these streams, but I started a lot sooner. So this would be the first time I'm doing it for this kind of late. Starting, I mean. But, said what I'll say I'll do. I'm going to do it. So definitely going to do it. So we'll get right into it. First, I do want to mention one thing. So guess what, guys? I have now been sponsored. Yay! I got sponsored. So I got sponsored. It was actually a pretty interesting way I got sponsored too. I was literally waking up, trying to like wake up from sleep to get up and like get ready for work. And I do this unnatural, unhealthy way of getting up. I just look at my phone, and have my phone wake me up, and watch like Instagram stuff. And I saw this one little like cup that had like a sword stuck through it. I like, oh my god, that's freaking dope. I want to watch it. I want to get it. So I clicked on it. I didn't notice, but it said apply, and I was like, wait, what did I just click onto? Apparently, it was a sponsorship to apply for this energy powder thing that you can pour into your water, shake it up, and then you have more energy. And I applied for it, and it said that, oh hey, we even support small streamers, people who are not really that high up. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm a small streamer. Why not? I'll try and go for it. It's not the biggest sponsor. It's not the biggest thing, but it's my first one, so I thought I'd try it. And this is what it is. It's the reaction Swift thing. I know it's pretty good. It keeps me alert. I don't know if it keeps me like awake like energy drinks does. Hopefully, it doesn't have that much sugar. I don't think it has that much. I don't know if it has sugar at all, but if not, then at least it keeps me awake. I don't know how healthy it is, but at least it keeps me awake. I do enjoy it. It tastes fine. I like the way it is. So my suggestion for you is that if you ever feel like you want to try out like an energy supplement like this is the way to go because it's cheap, it's not that expensive, and you get 15% off if you use my promo code, which is links in the description, and my promo code is TrickCo. So if you want to use TrickCo as the promo code, you can use that and you'll be able to get 50% off on I think your order. Try it out, see how you like it, and let me know what you guys think of it. I know our taste is a little bit different. So yeah, I am now sponsored. I don't know how long I'll say this is sponsored, but I am sponsored. But yeah, now that that's out of the way, let's get right back into the game, shall we? And play and have some fun, right? Cool. And don't forget, I am going to try and voice save one, so hopefully that works out for me. Do this one, actually. Yeah. Hey, so last time we checked, last time we were playing this, we had it so that, we were being committed a murder because we had the gun in our hands. Hello, cat. What's up? How you doing, buddy? Checking it out and things like that. Or like, why are you streaming so late? Oh my god. Probably. But yeah, so we were, I believe, being committed for murder or whatever. And because we had a gun when we got him shot, and he got shot by a bullet, and of course we were holding the gun. Now we found out that it was usually a super huge roundabout way, but we like tried our best to like show off, like, hey, there was multiple people there, you know, and there was 3 people there that was trying to like say that there was not enough people, and that was the waiter and 2 customers. There was 2 customers, a waiter, and the person who got killed, and me. And I kept on saying that no, there was another guy, there was another girl that was at the table where the guy got shot. Why are we talking about that? And we found out that no, everyone there at the scene of the crime was told not to talk about that girl because of a special situation that's going on. Because apparently there's something crazy going on. Yes, Cat, what are you doing? Anything like that. You go to the other side. And anything like that. So I was like, okay, cool. So it's not me. It was probably the girl that was showing up, because we were talking about the fact that like, no, there's another person there. So also found out that the waiter is actually an undercover cop who's trying to get everything like hush hush, trying to like get everything situated. And we found out, nope, we need him to bring the girl over to the courtroom so we can actually figure out what's going on, because we're probably going to guess as her. Now my guess is that because during this entire situation, we just signed a peace treaty with Britain, because we're in Japan right now, and saying that, hey, we're not going to cause any damage. And then of course this murder happened where a Japanese person, me being framed, killed a British man. And so it was going to be huge ripples because we just signed a peace treaty. But it might end up being the girl, who's also someone from Britain, trying to frame me and trying to start a new war or something. So that's my guess, but we'll see. She might be a spy. Excellent work, Ryu. That was superb. Oh, my heart was... Oh, yeah. My heart was in my mouth the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, look at you in there. You're drenched in sweat. Your eyes were popping. Your knees knocking. And you were grinding your teeth. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. Yay. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it. It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Well, let's see how that works. Anyway, it looks like we're exposed your phantom lady at last. Huh? Miss Jeslie Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she? So it'd be interesting to see it. That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. I know, right? But they just didn't want to see it or something. I don't know. Dr. Watson wasn't alone. Oh, snap. Dr. Watson was not alone. want to see something really quick. Yeah, cool. Sorry, he was being a bud, so I wanted to see that. Alright, Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. It's like there was a young woman with him. I've been saying all along. Like, why has no one been listening to me? Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not have been overly confident in the core word, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Yes, I can see that. So, but this young gentleman, thanks to our detective friend, she has hastily escorted away from the scene and the scenes. Did you see what happened with that? Yeah, so like I think that's kind of messed up that the police officer escorted her away from the scene because they didn't want, you know, another British person be involved with a British crime, apparently, between a Japanese man and a British man. But now he has to go find her. It's like, hey, guess what? Remember how I escorted you away? Well, I got caught, so now you have to come over and help us anyway. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself, and then on the floor next to Dr. Watson's table, I noticed there was a gun laying on the floor. Oh, snap. And just after I bent down to pick it up, bang! I didn't have time to think where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking at white as a sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking by the detective, he upended his subject without a moment delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I had no idea what happened outside the dining area. That sucks. Huh. There you are. Well done, both of you. I know who this person is. Oh, hey! Professor Motutaba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You exceeded my expectations, I have to say. This is also probably the judge's voice, by the way. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as the lawyer in his trial. Modern country still in infancy, our justice system even more so, which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid any situation that might have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Loyal or otherwise, I am the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst cases of his life. I shouldn't have wasted everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? And so, that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma! Well then, looks like it all comes down to you, young man. Me? To me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? Huh? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yeah, because they were both teachers. Yes, I did. As you probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UME. It was I who invited him. Oh, I see. Ugh. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. That didn't work out at all. Maybe I should actually load my thing. Alright, give me a second. I'll load this to here, so you guys can see his face. Maybe I might have to move it again, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, let's not forget who we're up against. gentlewoman who's involved on police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quench your case. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to the last. Best of luck. Thank you. Now then, I need you to run an errand at the university at once. Something I think we may need. Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. Wow, no good luck for me? I'm the one that's literally in charge of this entire thing. Why good luck to Kazuma? Whatever. The court race is over. Please make your way inside the courtroom at once. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before these old fossils know what hit them. Kazuma? What? Thank you. Really. I appreciate it, man. What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me, then I'm fairly surely I've already been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. Me. The lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he really is going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. He's a pretty cool guy. This isn't just about my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. Alright then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. You can treat me to one of those sakiyaki meals like from Yumi's cafeteria on University Street. An extra large portion, of course. Ah, food. The best. Cool. Alright, let's see it. We're gonna have to meet this one girl. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryusuke Naruhodo. Prosecutor Orochi, have you managed to subordinate the witness? Yes. Alright, I need to get my like nerdy voice on there. Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young strapling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Ugh, sorry. Let the government scream this. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about. It's highly unlikely that the good relatives have forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trail unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the newly treaty breaks down on our nation's founders? Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations are really so fragile that the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. Snap, dang. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryusuke. What do you mean? A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bundle investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is all about? This is the Supreme Court of Japan, or of England. Shut up, you jumped up, rookie boy. You and your friend know nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with the great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical. Diplomacy. Stately political maneuver, I don't know, is what we secure our fortunes. My guy just has no idea what's going on. I won't deny that I am no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder too. But standing here now in the Supreme Court, there's one thing that I feel very strongly about. A country that falls to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. Yeah, like seriously, like if you're gonna have a justice system that's all about like find the truth and like that, you don't rush this stuff just so you can make praise to the other foreign countries. That looks terrible on your behalf. Oh wait, this country would lie and get one of their own men like pretty much put into jail just so that they don't make us mad. Ooh, I don't know. Ooh. Well put, well said, you. Despite the wide-eyed look of terror. I know, right? You little brats! Thank you, Council. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice systems and exists solely on the pursuit of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Giselle Brett. Yes. Yeah, let's see. All right, let's check this. Let's check out this girl. Wow, a swan. Can't see what she looks like though, for some reason. Well, that delight was to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan from such a distant land. Tea? Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussion taking place without tea. Is that true? No idea. So, could we possibly trouble you state your name and occupation for the court, please? Of course. My name is Satoru Higurashi. I've been working undercover as a head waiter. Yes, we all know you already. Inspector Herder, where are your manners? In England is always ladies first. That true? No idea. More importantly, a little early today, you said something to me. You said your powers of opposition are the one thing you're sure of. Oh yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yet your description for the amazing sight was simply a woman. Sorry, Ryu, but powers of operation aside, your powers of descriptions are slowly lacking. Guilty? So, dear lady, once again, if it may trouble you for your name, occupation, please. Oh. Do you really need to put a mask on? I have no idea what that says at all. Okay. What? Yeah. I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but... Nani? The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in University's medical facility. Medical? Okay. Oh my! What a rare treat to hear the diluted tones of the delightful language of British people. You mean English? I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird song. In my opinion, I think the English language is not that really good. Like, I feel like there's so many flaws and issues with it that we have to kind of like learn on the fly. Even I, who's grew up in like English speaking area all my life, I still suck at English. But I feel like Japan, like Japanese, I feel like Japanese is like the most beautiful language of all, because when you speak it and you speak it very fluid, it kind of seems like you're singing a song. Everything connects super well. While in English, not really. But I know. As far as I can tell, the detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. You observably do fine in English, Kazuma. Her English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes. Ryu. The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called Le Clavon, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at that time. Is that correct? I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be like this the entire time, right? That'll look weird. She says, yes. This could take some time. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese. I'm pretty sure she can speak Japanese. She said to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She said that it was due to making a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Now, I thought he escorted her away to get out of the situation. I know she literally left before the situation happened. Interesting. When you were the one who engineered her escape. Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. Oh, we're just following special orders from the Bureau. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over the photograph print? Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your repulsive eye, I don't know what kind of eye, caught sight of the wicked perpetrator perhaps? He's gonna say me, obviously. I wonder, what's so, English, proper that she'll sound like, you know? I don't know. I have no idea. I can't speak British, so I have no idea. Apparently, it was a very frightening and a sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say? Yes, it would appear the young lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused, standing right there in the courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. Whisper, whisper. Oh snap! Order in the court. Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have absolute conclusion witness state. Well, it looks like it's clear now. You did it. Clear who our real enemy is. Huh? It's the girl. Unfortunately, I would have to ask you to formally testify if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. I want to make a British, really heavy British accent to be the kind of voice that's so heavy you can't understand it in English, but I can't do that, so I'm just gonna keep on doing the whisper thing. Yes, apparently. Witness test. Frightening and sorrowful sight. Is this really going to be the part that I'm going to have to question? I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered myself only a beef steak. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, long after, the accused took the professor's gum and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. Can we tell if the gun was even shot? Yes! No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all. Jackson! Quiet, you filthy wretch! Look at you, the black-hearted blackguard, and look at the snow-white angel. I'm sure even the dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words this court is going to believe. Ugh. You are still making the same mistakes, Ryu. You mustn't blurt out when you're gorged like that. That's the lesson you need to learn. Yes, Cat. Cat. Oh, but he's so annoying. Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the 2 witnesses who testified before reporting back to the Bureau. It was decided that Miss Bureau was not involved, so I let her go. Wait, no, she was totally involved. The testimonies of the last 2 witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so, on the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. That might actually help us. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm. Really? The giant hat she has wouldn't conceal a firearm? I don't know about that. I would think she could hide it almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to, pretty much. Unless until the precise location where the witness is to a hidden weapon can be shown, this is moot. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those were the witness's own words of the matter. That's ridiculous. If only if I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it. Probably not. Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryu. I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day. I'm saying you could probably show that the gun wasn't fired, but I don't know. You're right about that. Which means this lady was hiding guns somewhere. Yes, that's where we have to prove now. And to do so, we need to pull her testimony apart. A little smile. He's hiding something, definitely. The defense may now cross-examination the witness. I have to remember what his voice is. Yes, Your Excellency. Excellency. I'm doing that way better than I did last time. Okay, cross-examinations. Let's go. Yes, Cat. I know it's late. Cat, what are you doing? Still over here meowing. Alright, let's try this. Alright, so it's just the parts that he spoke of. I had arranged to meet the slightly lunch lady. Alright, what do I have again? Meow. Meow. Okay, so I have the pen. And the post-mortem report death occurred at 2 p.m. and was caused by the loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. Blood did not pass through the victim's body. So it wasn't that strong. And that was the photo. So he got shot in the chest. And the meat in the background. And then, of course, the restaurant layout in the back and the front was knowing that he was expecting. The layout and everything like that. Bottle of carbonated water and a steak lunch can be seen on the victim's table. I record dental work on the day of, so I don't really have that much information, really. Can I see the people? Can I not see the people? Huh. Yes, not. Alright, let's just press this and then see what happens. Yes! After 2 p.m., in fact. That's really quite a late lunch, isn't it? Objection! You don't keep with these latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are en vogue, isn't that right? For a guy who's super into traditional, old school Japanese, culture, you seem to know a little bit more about British culture. No. Huh? A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. No, really? The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. There would be apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. So they went to lunch together multiple times. Huh. Okay. On the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes. Which we can prove for the medical record that was submitted at evidence earlier. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that makes perfect sense. Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself. Only a beef steak. I see that. Well, that makes sense. That's still present. Yeah, as much information as possible. He was unable to eat, you say. Well, because the dental thing. And that was because he just had a tooth removed at the Hade clinic, correct? That's right. Oh, you're supposed to actually check with a witness before answering. Miss Brett aware of that fact? It seems so, yes. She heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So that would mean that he knew about it. That was you who ate the steak picture here. Is that right, Miss Brett? You didn't finish your meal. That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. Exactly as it was left. Dear me, what horrifying experiences. You had to travel to this land on the far side of the world to be involved in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has been subjected you to this terrible plight. So the victim, dear Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all? That's right, other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes. The professor was unable to eat before he'd been given permission to drink water. But he had been given permission to drink water. It appears that the diners toasted their lunch with a glass of water each. They each raised a glass of carbonated water. See, that doesn't make sense. Because if you remember correctly, there's only one glass, right? Yeah, there's only one glass. That doesn't make sense. Why would there only be one glass if they both toasted? What do you think, Ryu, about the witness' last statement? It means it's very meaningful. Just a little bit. Just a little. You still new at this. The last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. Well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what was this profound bearing? Significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. Defense calls for the witness' last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Well, sidestepped, Consul. Very well, Miss Brett, kindly repeat what you said to add it to your official testimony. Whoa, it changed. It looks different. Oh my god, that's creepy. That's super creepy. Gladly, she said. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. Meow, meow. Hope there's some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryu. Yeah, I ordered a beefsteak myself, and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. So now we present this. Yes! Objection! Oh, that's it. Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photograph print. Take a look at this photograph. Meow, meow, meow. That's where my cat's out. Just a short while ago, you spoke that this print shows the victim's table at the crime scene. And that was exactly as it was left. Yes. is correct, the lady says. I love that. Well, that's it. It's odd, very odd. Dear me, what odd is the defense and the inability to express itself? Yusuke, what is this about this print that looks odd to you? Well, obviously it's the cheers. The cheers? Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there's only one glass. There should be 2 glasses on tables, not just one. You're quite right, Consul. Only one glass picture cheer. Objection! Are we supposed to be impressed by the nitpicking over a miniature? I do know what I said, actually. What partial difference does this present absence of the glass that makes on the case? Objection! Miniature, you say? Ugh. Could it be that the detective here removed the glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But there should be 2 glasses at the table. Or are you going to tell me you can clink with only one? You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. So where is the other glass? Expecto, what did the lady say? I know that was his voice, but I just felt like saying it. It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. But why? Why take the glass? I don't know. There must be some significance. Nani? It was also so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she was saying. Really? Why? Good gracious. Getting out his voice. Are you going to say something? Sorry. Really? Really? This kid had a gun in like the entire outfit. I don't know. There, I assumed it could before. There is no consequences at all. Oh, please. We must remember that this student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before our very eyes. Who would blame her for stealing a glass or 2 in her state of derray? But here's the thing: where would she put the glass? She obviously couldn't put a gun somewhere, but where did she put the glass? That's absurd. Oh, really? So we do take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, beautiful lady of mischief? No. I can't put it down to mischief. Do you like to know exactly how the lady took it from the scene? Yeah, exactly, because if the whole situation is about her like hiding the glass, where would she be able to put it if she has no pockets? It was seen she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. Oh, got her. That's where she put the gun. A handbag, you say? Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch, commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. It'd be funny if she was actually Japanese and she was not English at all, and she just really loved Japanese, she really liked British culture, so she dressed up and changed herself to look like a British person, but really she's Japanese. So, the beautiful lady has very gracefully explained why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains that this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. This student has been trying to confess the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing. No more precious accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Indeed, the lady has offered such an explanation as why she removed the glass. You think henceforth we consider the matter to have no bearing on the case. Counsel of defense, are you in agreement? I don't know really. If you want to pursue this matter further, you're going to need to show that it has some deep significance. Of course it does. Yes, you're right. So if she took the glass away in her handbag, if there's a significant instance in this, yeah, the handbag. Wait, the lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes, do you try to keep up? It's already been explained in the court that all the English gentlewomen carry handbags and the smaller items. Huh, let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There is no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag. In which it would be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. Well done, partner. I had a feeling you picked that one up too. What are you insisting, you really blackguard? It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendant picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire the gun, he could deduce there must have been another firearm on the scene. The true murder weapon, if you will. Yeah, you can't be seriously be suggesting. Inspector Hiragana. Yes. Did you or did you not search Miss Elizabeth Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? Oh. No, sir, I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun. That one was actually used to kill the professor. Could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. No! Oh, snap. Order in the court. What's the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what? Prosecutor ordered, Chief. Why on earth did you not have the lady open her handbag and show you the contents of it at time? Thanks for your burgeoning inconvenience. Now she has to endure such uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Cosma? You okay, buddy? Not looking so good. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly you have no faith in the police. Well, like, you pride yourself on being perfect, but it seems like you are not that perfect when it comes to this. Huh? As I said, I did not search the lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because, yes, it was unnecessary. What do you mean it was unnecessary? Unnecessary? In what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I have completely forgotten about. Really? This photograph print. What? Oh, it was see-through? This print of the photograph that I thought might have been improved to take immediately after the shooting. Well, thanks for freaking telling me no. But also, what's on his hand? It's like a little stain. It kind of looks like a bowl. The bowl stain on his wrist. Huh, that's kind of weird. I wonder if it's going to come up to any kind of significance in this trial. As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brennan's handbag. Well, I never. You see right through what's inside. That's right. Apparently, meshwork bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there was no need to search the lady's handbag. If there had been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. So this guy, this guy's also very sus, very like, I don't really trust this guy very much because he waited until the last minute to show us his picture. So it means he knew that she took the glass, and she was waiting until this exact moment to use this evidence. So he knew about the whole glass situation, which he wasn't apparent about before. So I don't trust this guy either. Had there been a gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. Oh snap. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Brett's guilty here. She did this on purpose. Thank you for helping to prove that, Naruto. Oh my god! Knockout!
Order, order! Inspector Hojan, you will submit that print as evidence at once.
Certainly, Your Excellency. The photo of the handbag has been entered in the court record. A photo is taken by Henderson after the incident occurred. It shows Brett's handbag on the chair be the victim's table.
I think you have long enough to cross-examine the witness, counsel.
I actually do not know, like, how I can, like, other than, like, proving the fact that she probably hid in her hair or put in the giant, like, fluff, like, feather thing behind her or something like that. She could have hidden in a lot of different places, but I don't know how I can prove it. And I don't know what else we can move this on. The only else we had to move on is that little tattoo on his, like, wrist, the bowl. But I really don't know how that relates to the case. So this might be kind of hard. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
As a photograph print that's submitted into the court record appears to have no further significance, I'm satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter. I must make my ruling.
Indeed, there's only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench over us is the only possible perpetrator of this case. Oh no. 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 Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around. I'm in a worse situation than I was from the start. Not really a worse situation. I still think you can probably just show the gun was a shot, but okay. Kazuma? I'm so sorry. Yo. Now that the cross-examination of the witness is over, there's no way to force the trial to continue. What? You mean this is it? No. Just ha. I must say, you put quite a fight for a rookie student. But the weak are meat, while the strong eat. You were wasting your time. There's no way to defeat a true justice. As a fact, you chew on your heart's content from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Are you really going to be found guilty of the crime that I didn't commit? No! Kazuma, the dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. Kazuma, what? Is there really no chance now to turn this case around? You hear the judge. There's nothing about the last photograph the detective produced that we can contest, which means there is no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. There is, though.
Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling.
It seems we will be able to report to the British government on time after all. Smug little erg.
You see now to have considered all the evidence proceed before me.
I hereby, yes! Yes, I slammed it hard this time. Wait, Excellency. Yusuke? I don't think there's a rule on this case yet. Objection! This arbitration is getting tedious. When His Excellency deems to the trial's over and gives his ruling as the most basic protocol of the courtroom. Yes! Hey, look, he actually shows his little glove thing. Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As the photograph print just submitted appear to have no further significance. There is no longer any room for doubt of this matter. I must make my ruling. Now that means if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail I mean, then ruling on the case at this time would be out of the question. Objection! There's a blood strong clenching. Look at the photograph print. Look at that photograph. All it shows that the handbag of the gentleman was carrying the day of question. There can be no problem with this evidence. You better know what you're doing, Ryosuke.
I understand your objection, Constable.
Surely the no new evidence submitted by the detective has no undergone
The court's superior.
That's how I memorize the voice. I'm just yawning.
However, I failed to see any new information from this handbag.
Is we're looking at the handbag, but we're not looking at the other thing. My thoughts exactly. Really, the Pesca is just becoming tired of this rookie's desperate wheezy. Yes, I am desperate, but this isn't a wheeze. There's something about the photograph which doesn't seem right. If only I can put my finger on it. I'll put my finger on it, definitely. Meow. 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 I don't know if you can hear my cat, but he's like meowing like crazy because it's so late. Very well. I will grant the defense of one final opportunity. Huh? What? But be warned.
If I am unsatisfied with your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect.
Oh wow, he looks kind of intimidating right now.
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Excellency.
So, take another look at the photograph. Print expected as me before. You will identify the court where this print we see a significant detail in which you allude.
You identify the court to this print. We will see the significance which is allude, which is this little weird thing. Present. Yes. Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist.
That is true. It looks almost
Like a burn of description. Of some kind. Right. Oh, you didn't see me coming. You didn't see that coming. Haha. Objection. Dear me, I was putting up the new peripheral you would come with. A burn, you say, from the victim's wrists. Clearly, that has nothing whatever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Oh, how would he know?
Go on, Inspector.
Okay. The police coroner noticed it was performing the most modern examination. It was deemed unrelatable to the cause of death, so he didn't notice it in his report. What did I tell you? In any case, we have no idea when the victim suffered this burn, do we? And no possible way of knowing either. The more I look at it, the more I
The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Brennan points out, unless a firm connection to this case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on the precise details of this burn.
Huh? Excuse me, Excellency. It would seem Miss Britt has a lunch appointment with the dean and other university staff. Oh, now they're trying to rush it. She would like to know if there may be an excuse from the stand now. No, don't let it go. No. Of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway. What's your thinking on this, Ryusuke? Do you believe that the burn has something to do with the case? I'm gonna save just in case I do something stupid. Yeah, that sounds like something I could definitely do right now, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to do the whole thing all over again. That would be annoying. That's why I love that I can save during this kind of situation. To be honest, I'm not really sure, but if I don't keep pushing, it's all over. So I'm thinking I should keep digging and digging and hope that I might uncover something useful. Yes, you're right. I am? If we can just link that burn to the case, if we can do that, we might be able to pursue this shutting door back open again. Ha! Just give up, character. You can't possibly hope to do that.
Indeed, I'm afraid without evidence, I cannot allow you to pursue this little more than a contract.
But if we had evidence that we really linked the burn to the victim's wrist, in that case, then would it allow it? Well, what would link it? I can't think of anything, really. Guys, have the body, photograph, case, the police inspector, the layout, the thing. I don't really see how any of it has anything to do with it. Wait. Oh, wait. Wait. There's actually a bull print burn on the actual meat thing. So that means his hand was resting on the plate. Wait. But that doesn't make sense. If she was eating it, how was his hand on the plate? Did he like grab something? Did he like reach over? It was his right hand, so if he reached over. Huh. It does seem kind of weird that the meat and the food is in the same placemat of where the guy is instead of where the girl should be, right? And we already know that for a fact because of this. He's turned around in his chair to show it, and the food was right next to him. If he was not supposed to eat the meat, how would it be there in his placemat? Also, if his right hand was the one that burned, it would be a perfect spot of where it would be. Okay, so it would be this print because you actually can show it. Okay, I think I can see the connection. I don't know how it's relatable, but it's definitely interesting. All right.
I would, yes.
Tell the truth, I haven't noticed that burn. But as soon as you pointed out, what I did notice was the color draining from Miss Britt's face. Really? I have to find some link between the burn and the case. Wow. Okay, you got this, guys. You got this. This is the moment of truth. The time to find evidence that proves that the burn really means. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Still gonna say it. I'm pretty sure I'm right, though. Alright.
So then, now, the defense will now present evidence to the court.
Evidence that demonstrates the extraction between the victim's burn and the trial. And it's gonna be this picture. Yes! Yes!
Was this, counsel, yet another print?
Yes, Your Excellency. I believe the photograph prints are an amazing invention. When we humans look at the scene, we miss things. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, but the photograph that may be overlooked at the time are recorded furthermore. Do hurry, Ricky. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further would be quite inexcusable. Actually, we need you to stay with us a little longer, if you don't mind, Miss Brett. Oh, snap. You see, it's very clear visibly in this photograph. How did the victim come to have that unnatural shape burnt on his wrist? The reason is recorded here furthermore. What? How? Objection! Objection! You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn? It is right? Yeah. That's kind of not fair that, like, Okay, so it does show like a little indication on all of the items. Okay, no, it just shows it anywhere. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say it, but it's right. Yeah. Yes. The beef steak. Actually, the point of the metal plate the steak was seared on.
No plate? Huh? Huh?
Actually, are you alright? As you can see, there's an emblem on the plate. I would guess it's some sort of trademark of Le Camal.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Meow! Meow. There's emblem on the plate. And the victims burn. Exactly the same shape. Yusuke, you're genius. I know, right? I'm pretty cool. You're spot on. Which means the victim must have served this burn while he was present at the restaurant. Oh snap! Oh snap! Objection! But even if that's the case, we can't even know it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before or the day before that. It must have likely happened at some other unrelatable time. Well, huh. Objection! Sadly, the prosecutor Adachi, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discriminable. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion at the restaurant. Wouldn't you agree, Inspector? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, sure. But... It would say, looking at the picture of the wound, it was severed very long ago. It wasn't severed very long ago. And though it's not a particularly large burn, extremely well defined at the defense just pointing out. Yeah, because after a couple of days, it probably would try to heal up, so it probably won't look as bad. This is no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees Celsius, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds.
Inconvenience the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then.
I would have investigated the restaurant for several weeks already, but I have not heard anyone scream at all. As the head waiter of Le Carval, I can testify to that without hesitation. But you're a defense detective, not a waiter. Oh no! No! Yes! There you have it. Something isn't right here. As the detective said, anyone who burnt themselves on the piping hot plate for 3 seconds would scream in pain. So maybe he did it after he died. There's no question of that. And yet, the inspector has never heard the professor scream, not the day or any of it. That's right. And the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? Maybe he died from something else? What he died from the water? Maybe he died from the water. Like he was poisoned or something. Because this, back in the day, they probably wouldn't see any poison contents. Maybe he was poisoned and she shot him. They said that the death certificate said that he died from blood loss. So I don't know. Well, if the professor had carelessly landed his wrist on the plate for anything longer than like 3 seconds that day,
that would be beyond careless, I think, Counsel.
then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the segment, the sergeant, and the old dealer, whatever, all of us would have, without a question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Onishi? I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? Oh snap. I almost don't believe it. Ryusuke, do you think he died from poison? Okay, cool. Okay, I'm gonna say it really quick, because I don't want to mess this up, But I've been pretty on part of all this kind of stuff, so that's been pretty well. Okay. Can it be true? I never dreamt of arriving at a conclusion like this, but it's time to think that maybe, just maybe, you've led into a terrible trap. There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered the burn on his wrist, Dr. Wilson was asleep and has already been deceased. No man could have remained silent while his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. That clearly is impossible. Apart from that one particular situation.
Counsel, what are you suggesting?
Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Already?
Dead?
Huh? Shock? Knowing what we know now, it's only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's that day, the professor was already dead. That's madness. No, this is Sparta. What are you talking about?
Order, please. Counsel, explain this absurd notion at once. The victim was already killed by the gunshot.
That's right. That's right, Your Excellency. This is just another ridiculous ploy by the Ricky student. But clearly he has no grasp of the facts. Objection! No, Prosecutor Rochi, it is you who no grasp of the facts. Beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent the victim had suffered that burn while at this restaurant, the whole case was turned upside down. Or you have not grasped that yet. Your Excellency, the court must hear from this witness again. If it's true, as we now believe that the victim has already dead before the gunshot was heard. It's highly likely that Miss Britton knows something about it. Oh.
Incredible. I surely didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett,
that you will have to forget your luncheon arrangements. But, Your Excellency... Brett, oh snap.
the justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I'm prepared to pass my judgment.
Thank you, Excellency. Yes, Cat. I know you want to go bed, but no bed, not yet. I must find the truth. Oh snap! Is he gonna talk? What was that smile? Yes, of course. I mean, I do be delighted to help, especially if it helps relations between our country and yours. So she can speak just perfectly fine. Ha Nyari! Mr. Brett, you speak Japanese? Of course he does. Well, of course I do. I'm studying your country, after all.
But then, why have you spoken through the interpreter until now?
My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined, elegant language in the world. I don't agree, but okay. As a gentlewoman, I try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tone as much as possible. Wow, really? Jeez. Bad talking freaking Japanese. What the mother effer? Actually, I would definitely hate this. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtues of the English gentleman. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to humiliation with you all on your own level. You are impudent English gentlewomen. We are truly honored by this lavish consideration of your graciousness afford us. I know, he seems like a dick to me.
I see. In that case, Mr. Britt, I will ask you to testify your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson.
So we finally going to hear our own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting. Ryosuke. Is it Ryosuke or is this Ryusuke? I'm gonna call it Ryosuke, just because I think that sounds cooler. The victim's death. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burnt his wrist like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glasses in a toast. As far as I heard, post-mortem report shows no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. Oh, that little like smirk. Is there some... Excuse me. If there's some other way a man's life can been taken without a leaving trace, please do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigation techniques probably wouldn't pick up on that anyway. So, I'm pretty sure she was poisoned. He was very poisoned by the water he was given. Or something like that. I want to know if the justice system is really that primitive to the British justice system back in the day. I don't know. I don't know how far the justice system actually was back in the day. I know a lot of this is pretty fiction, so maybe in their world it was really bad. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
That more captivating and beautiful testimony will go down in Supreme Court history. Thank you.
Easy does it.
I hope that is the last time I have to sully my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone.
Mother effer.
No. It was delighting me to hear you speak there later. It seemed very clear from your testimony that this is boorish talk of the victim's burnt and totally irrelevant. Well, I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what has happened here today.
The Minister of Justice?
May that inwardly little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible.
Ahem. Amen? Awesome. Thanks? Was that a prayer then? Oh, so amen. Well, you have to forgive this ignorant Miss Brent and put up with a cross-examination now. I expect you noticed that this was a little bully of a student, as you put it. Doesn't miss much.
I sure do not need to remind you, counsel, that will be your final cross-examination of this trial. If you fail to disregard any problems with this witness testimony, I will bin the ruling of the case immediately. Is that clear?
Got this. Let's do it. Yes, Your Excellency.
Then you will proceed with the cross-examination.
Let's do it, guys. I've been looking forward to it. Okay. Final cross-examination. The victim's death. Okay. So I probably have to press a lot of this, I'm pretty sure. Unfortunately, I have no idea where the poor man's burnt his wrist. Like that. Yeah, because I don't think I really have any evidence that would like help me out with this matter. I don't think. And I can't seem to go to like the different parts. Usually I'm able to like switch between the people and stuff, but I guess not. Okay. The waiter brought my steak and the professor and I raised our ghost. I kind of want to know more about this. Yes. As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water. Is that right?
Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at a time, if you remember. Which explains why he ordered that drink, correct, waiter?
Exactly as you say, sir. Although...
Although?
Wherever or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak at the table. I'm afraid I don't remember that. Wait, really? Dang you. Oh. Wait. Was there something there? Did he make a mistake or something?
Fair enough English to understand that, at least for the benefits of others in the court, it means bless you.
That is definitely not what that means. I promise you that. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway. As far as I heard, the post-mortem report shows no other possible cause of death besides a gunshot. Yes! Okay, what about this one? Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. A fatal hemorrhage from the ballistic trauma. Yes.
Luckily for all of us, the little burnt on the wrist wasn't going to kill us. And as there was no significant trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death. It was only from the bullet from the gun that put the end to the innocent man's life.
It doesn't make sense. The burn was have happened straight away when the plate was brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had colored even slightly, it would have been able to make that burn like that. And if the victim burned his wrist on the hot plate as soon as it was brought to the kitchen, it must have already been dead at that point.
And yet, the fact that the victim was killed by gunshots to the chest.
Until you were able to show the court evidence that proves that it was completely a waste of time. I concur, Prosecutor Chen. Right. Eric. If there was another way a man's life can be taken without trace, please show me. Yes. Okay, well, how about poison? Even without a trace. Is there something wrong? If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there's always a tellable trace on the body.
Quite right there, lady. As a police force through examine the body of the deceased can be no doubt.
Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder if there's something on his like mouth. You know, let me examine this really quick. I can't really tell. Yeah, I can't really tell anything on the glass. I guess you could see that the glass is empty. But you can't really tell if there's anything on his face or anything. Like drool, like poison or anything like that. Makes things a little bit more difficult. And even here, like okay, the glass is kind of half full, so maybe I could use that as evidence. He did drink the water. Maybe? I don't know. Okay. Oh wait, I was able to finally look at the people. This. There you go. That's what I've been trying to do the whole time. Alright, so this girl. A British exchange student who was studying under the University. Okay. And this. Victim. Okay.
As our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, and there had no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector?
As I said, I've always aimed for flaws in investigations, which you failed multiple times. There will be a physical trace with all those causes of death, that's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that does not leave a mark. If, heaven forbid, you doubt me, young man, you're going to have to tell everyone exactly how you think the professor did lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it?
Oh no, Pierce did that. Calling such a sweet young lady innocent isn't a question. Oh, on my honor, I take actually will cut down any who dare cast such apprehensions.
Way of killing someone that leaves no trace. We need some evidence to back it up here. Yes, evidence. But I can't really think of any evidence, really. Well, of course, this country's infinite. I guess I can do this one, too. Yes. I don't really think I have any evidence. Inferior? What do you mean by that? In the lands of the Great British Empire, the police stored everything found in the case scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigation once, and that's the end of it. Isn't that so? And she knows this too.
That's quite right. Yeah, Cameron is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident.
Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes place Oh. Okay. Wait. Do you think maybe he's also poisoned? I don't know. We'll talk about that later, but that's interesting. I wonder if he might be poisoned with the same thing. Maybe he was like tested or something like that. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction, vital evidence may be lost. It doesn't even occur to a naive detective to try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand.
Ah, killing blow. The lady is formidable as she's beautiful.
Amazing. Actually, admitting our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Chachi is finally starting to see sense. I very much doubt that. Still, there's something about that Miss Brewer just said. There was a moment before when something didn't seem quite right. What do you think, Ryusuke? I don't think I think it's going terribly. No matter how much I press her, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected, she's a tough witness. We need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over. But that would mean I have to find a way. Must be some clue somewhere to help us find the chink in her armor. Kazuma. What, Ryusuke? There is one thing I noticed, something that has been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. It's about the person standing next to her. Inspector. Detective. Yes, he seems to react a little strangely to Brett's last statement. But the blood, I was wondering if it might be significant. And if I might present an opening maybe. It might present an opening maybe. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing on her on the last statement one more time. If you think so, but this time, instead of targeting the woman herself. Let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then. I wonder what Kazuma's thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Okay. So I think he might actually be poisoned too. And that's how the other guy died. Is he got poisoned, right? He got poisoned, and that's what's going on with the inspector. And maybe, just maybe, the reason why the inspector doesn't want her to lose or anything like that is because she has the only antidote, and he will die if he doesn't help her. Wow, this girl is messed up. Inferior? What do you mean by that? In the land of the Great British Empire, the police store everything I found in the case scene later in the examination. In this country, you investigate once and that's the end of it. Is that so? Yes. Quite right. Exactly. Which means, okay. So, like, there's a little speech bubble, but can I, like, talk about it somehow? Can I not talk about it? Maybe mention it or something like that? Exactly why is in which this investigation, blah, blah, blah. Okay. There it is again. It says reaction is just the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective has been in the stand with Miss Brennan as her interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the English woman has to say. This could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? Oh, he's not talking out loud. When people are actually testifying, they're usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they let out their guard. That's right. Look at him. He lost his own thoughts. He's in his own thoughts. It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. Sorry, pursue? What? I'll explain how to do it now. Ryusuke, it's all about the witness marker. This is different. I never did this in any of these tourney games. What marker? It's the little speech bubble. At that moment, we're focusing on Miss Brent, who is the person actually making the current statement. Oh, I can switch between the two. But then moving the marker left and right with that button, you can turn your attention to the other person in the stand. While you're looking at the other witness, you'll be able to pursue them with A. You can catch the other person right at the time you might uncover some new information to pursue. If you either notice strange atmosphere among the people on the stand, take a good look at it. Alright then, first I shall move the marker across the room and focus on the detective, then pursue him with A, see what's on his mind. Here we go! Exactly.
Wait.
Come on, look this way. There you go. So, is this one then right here? Okay, it's pursue. Excuse me! Huh? What's the meaning of this? Cop did. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really is lost in his thoughts deeply. It looked like you were thinking of something else just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what the lady next to you had to say. If there's something you'd like to say, please share with the court.
Objection! What the meaning of this?
Oh, I'm getting somewhere.
Is a delightful English woman who's testifying at the moment. If you can't find fault with her testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. Detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. He lost his confidence, looks like. Yes, not to mention the fact that he was mentally involved in the case. Inspector Hunchinga. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Yes? Do you have something to add to the relation of the statement just made by Miss Brett? Oh, snap. Is he gonna confess that he's poisoned? Well, yes, if you don't mind. I would like to speak. Oh, Brett. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, Satori, blah blah, has tried to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. Why do you really mean by that? What do you mean really bad? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime in presenting evidence, you see. They'll lay on this. I don't care if it calls me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. I'm dying. Crime scene thief? So he took something from the records. Well, it looks like the lady's remarks touched a nerve there. Take this for example. Huh? This is the bottle of carbonated water that I took to the victim's table on the day in question. And yes, lost all its fizz, having been opened 3 days ago. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. Time is coming. I guarantee it. I can't say I condone the witness' actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle as evidence. Carbonated water has been added to the court records. Okay, poison. It's poison. Okay, so now we got the carbonated water that's probably poisoned. I wonder if he drank it to tell if it was actually water. Because he's so confirmed that it's water. So maybe he drank it to test it. And now he's himself poisoned. But if that's the case, he's not drinking enough of it, or is he like more immune to it, more fit, or does it take actually a while? Maybe he drank it a long time ago. Maybe, I don't know.
Miss Brett, can you confirm this is indeed the bottle in which you drank on the day of the victim's death?
Yes, that was that bottle. What's that about? She seems to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question.
Very well, Counsel. You may assume the cross-examination. The inspector will kindly control his fever.
Ahem. Okay. We have the poison bottle now. So my question now is where to use it. That's the problem that I might have. I might fail at this because I don't know where to use the bottle. Now we have the bottle. Well, of course, the country's inferior technologies probably wouldn't pick it up anyway. Or is it, there's another way a man is taking life. I kind of want to do this one without trace. Please show me. And that is the bottle. Let's hope I'm right. Yes. Hey, music stopped, meaning something is important.
What's this? A bottle of water?
Actually, there's one method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Ah, yes! I think I got it. Poison. Poison. And poison. That's what I'm going to say. On the day of his death, we know that Donald Wesley drank from this bottle of carbonate water. We know that because of the glass right in front of him. Could it be that there was poison inside? Brett,
Huh?
I bet he's really surprised because he might have drank in it. Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Like, he might be freaking out like crazy because of that exact reason. Order, order, order in the court. On that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to sip the poison into his drink? There's only one person who could possibly have done it. Dizzle Brett, it was you! Oh snap, oh snap. Objection! This is outrageous to suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile, have you ever considered the delicate situation our country finds itself in now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed accordance of friendship with the British Empire? Have you even the vaguest inkling that your rational accusations just jeopardize the entire treaty? Objection! This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual's guilt with respect to one crime. What? The fact that this woman is British makes no difference. We are here to determine the truth. Okay. Ahem. If I may, I will silence you forever for this. Shut up! Whoa. Oh. It is you who should be silent. Oh, snap. Of course. Dear lady! Where did that come from? She just snapped. Oh. I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. Meow. Meow. I offer my most humble apologies.
I'm sorry, my lady. What are you referring?
I have described your police force as inferior, but no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigation this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle I mean, Inspector, and whatever it contains poison or not. Of course. You did. Again, he drank it. That's why he's coughing up blood. Have you forgotten my guidance principle is already? I strive for flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested it inside the bottle and its contents.
And what did you find, Inspector?
I ordered the tests for every toxin that is available in this country at the present time. In this country. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonate water, Your Excellency. It was in the glass. What? Are you sure? The tests were merely carried out by the chief coroner himself. No. No! Well, maybe it's in the glass. Maybe it's in the glass. I'm very grateful to all you Japanese. You successfully established my competent innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you. But of course, dear lady, the pursuit of ours. The pleasure's ours. I'm so sure. This can't be right. Everything falls into place. He was poisoned. Meow.
Oh, thank you, Counsel. I think that cross-explanation has clarified everything.
As the prosecutor has asserted, a shot to the chest from this gun is the only contributing cause of death. Furthermore, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. I'm done for. The court wishes to apologize for the great inconvenience this has caused you, Miss Brett. Oh no, I'm glad the matter is resolved.
Before the proceeding, I must ask the counsel for the defense. Do you have any further evidence to present this court at this time?
I must have something, right? Maybe the glass. I'm saying, maybe if it's not the bottle, maybe the glass. Okay. I can't give up. Can't give up. Kazuma. So sorry, Ryusuke. I have nothing more. Well, if you excuse me now, I must really be leaving. No! No! Hold it! Oh? Oh! Hello, miss. Please, wait. Huh? Isn't that the assistant?
What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding on the court proceedings, Your Excellency. Senso Makotoba, Jutsu assistant to the defense. What? Makotoba? She's the daughter of that guy. In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appears like a bolt of lightning. That's where Yusuke is saying. In her hand, she carries a small package wrapped in a fern cloth. Oh snap! Oh snap! What's going on now? To be continued? What? To be continued? Oh snap! Okay. Like, I didn't know there was going to be continued. But you know what? I think this is actually a good time to start. Mostly because, one, it's really late for me. I need to go to bed. But also, I think this is a good time for me also to let you guys know that I'm going to be continuing this game. Now, I don't know when I'll be continuing this game. Hopefully, very soon. I might actually put another stream on this. So, I'll probably wait until some other people check this out. Maybe later in a couple of days. And if you guys want to see more of this, let me know in the comments below. Like, for anyone at all who's gotten to this point, if you want to see me continue this game and see the end of this, let me know. Either like this video or more importantly, comment. Just let me know. Would you guys like to see more of this? The ending of me playing this game with all my weird voices and all. Again, very long stream. Hopefully you guys watch this as a VOD at the end. And if you guys do make it all the way to this end, let me know. If you guys want to see another live stream of me playing this, I'll play it on a lot earlier time for you guys. I promise I will definitely. But you gotta let me know. Till then, I hope you guys have yourself a nice day, and I really hope, because I'm having a lot of fun with this, so I really hope you guys do watch the end of this and comment to let me know you guys want to see this. I'm having fun. Really hope I don't have to continue this on my own. I'd rather continue with you guys, but we'll see. Have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. I'm going to see you guys later, and while I'm going to try to play some Persona music while I let you guys go, and all that fun stuff. And it's loading. Okay. Bye-bye, guys.